Hi guys, it's Aaron. My plan for this video is I'll do some quick inverse Laplace review and then we'll proceed to some circuit analysis problems. Okay, signature ito sa channel ko. I always like to review some math of some sorts, no? So ano ba ito? Math 2x, high school math, hindi. For this case, grade school math. So if meron tayo ditong super simple example, addition of two fractions na iba yung denominator, usually, kailangan mo muna i-match yung denominator bago tayo mag-start, di ba? So, since yung 3 kulang siya ng 5, ginagawa ito. Tapos si 5 kulang siya ng 3, ito ginagawa natin. So, pag sinum natin ito, we should get 22/15, di ba? Okay, ang ginagawa natin sa partial fraction expansion, given some arbitrary polynomial, can you decompose it into a sum of simpler fractions, no? So basically, siya yung inverse process ng adding two fractions na iba yung denominator. And yung ginagawa natin dito, since lahat naman ito same na denominator, this is all 15, ginagawa natin, kina-cancel out na lang natin yung denominator. And ini-equate na lang natin yung numerator coefficients natin. Okay, ang unang example natin dito, 5s minus 1 sa numerator. And may critically damped response tayo. Start muna natin with the expansion setup. Ayan, so, repeated siya. So, ganito siya sinasetup. And with a power of 2, kailangan dalawa yung unknowns na isa-solve natin. Second is yung, katulad sa start ng video, kailangan natin i-complete yung denominator. Well, this one is already complete with itself. Ang need na lang natin is this guy. Need natin siya i-multiply ng isa pang s plus 2 sa denominator and sa taas. So that should give us as plus 2. Tama. Ito, kung minultiply natin siya ng denominator, may iwan na lang is 1. And here, may iwan na lang is yung numerator niya. Okay, similar sa pinakita ko ng review session, ginagawa ko lang talaga dito. Rina-rotate ko lang yung mga ganito to visualize ano yung equation natin na try ko i-solve. And then, dinadiretso ko na siya sa calcu. So, for setups, we have a to a here. Dito naman, you have 0 and then p. Yung right side of our equations will be 5 and minus 1. Well, from here, mukhang may sagot na tayo sa a. So, that's gonna be 5. And then here we have 10. That's gonna give us p is equal to negative 11. Tama? Ayan. Actually, from here, pwede mo na nga siya inverse Laplace. So, the inverse Laplace of this is going to be 5e minus 2t, right? And then here you have minus 11e minus 2t. Tapos, because of this squared here, kailangan mo lagyan ng extra t dito. And then after that, don't forget to enclose your entire function in unit step. And that's going to be our final answer for this item. Okay, ang next example na gagamitin natin will be 2s minus 5. Then meron tayo dito s squared, 6s plus 13. I think this is a clean number. Alright. Meron tayo dito denominator and it's a non-reducible quadratic. Actually, may intuition siya eh. When your third term is much larger than your middle term, most cases, it's non-reducible na. No? What's the magic number for completing your squares? It is b squared over 4a. So this is your b and this is your a. Sa case natin dito, it's gonna be 6 squared, that's 36, divided by 4 times 1. So that's gonna be 9, no? Okay. Sinasabi niya kapag in-add and subtract natin itong denominator ng 9, we completed the square. So itong part na ito, what is this? That is gonna give us s plus 3 squared, no? So, kung square mo to, you'll get 9. Tama naman, di ba? This is gonna give you 13 minus 9 or 4. Dinidiretso ko na siya as 2 squared like this. Okay, and then, sulat natin itong numerator. Pero linalagyan ko siya ng onto space, like this. Okay, ang next goal dito is, kung ano yung nakita mo dito sa enclosed parentheses, lalagay mo rin siya dito. So, lalagyan natin ito ng plus 3. But to restore the balance, kailangan rin natin siya i-minus 3. Like this, no? Well, actually, i-distribute na natin siya. Itong 2 and minus 3 na to, that's gonna give you negative 6, no? So, pwede mo gawin, lagay mo na lang yung negative 6 dito sa labas. Right? And then, pwede na natin hatiin yung fraction na ito. So, makukuha natin dito is 2s plus 3. And then, yung denominator. And then, i-add mo na siya ng minus 11. Same denominator. I'm gonna make this squared. Ayan. Okay. Itong part dito, pwede mo na siya i-cosine inverse transform. Correct? But this one, kulang siya ng frequency dito sa taas. So, ang ginagawa ko lang is, multiply it by this frequency and then divide it by that frequency. Okay. And then from here, pwede na natin siya i-inverse transform. That should give us 2 e to the minus 3t. Again, opposite signs ito palagi. This is the cosine form kapag may s sa taas. Frequency natin is 2. Next is yung coefficient natin na 11 over 2. And ito, form siya for sine. Same yung damping type natin. Sine ito, and same frequency. And don't forget na meron tayo dito ut sa dulo. And that is going to be our answer for this item. Okay, yung final example natin dito for inverse Laplace, e minus 2s like this, s squared plus 4. Ayan. Okay, ano yung usual na ginagawa dito? Ang technique ko dito is you just ignore this. Basically, throw it out of the vacuum, ignore mo lang talaga. Ang may iwan na lang na function dito is 1 over s squared plus 4. Sabihin natin may coefficient ka dito, edi lagay mo yung coefficient mo dito. Okay. Alright, after that, you set up your partial fraction for this one. That's gonna be s. And may non-reducible quadratic tayo dito, no? So, 1 power, 1 unknown. 2 power, so 2 unknowns to. Sorry, this should be b and c. bs plus c. Ayan. Okay. Same sa start ng video, we need to complete the denominator, di ba? So, we multiply this to the entire equation. From here, kung minultiply natin siya sa term na to, magka-cancel yung s, di ba? Magka-cancel itong dalawa. Ang may iwan for a is s squared plus 4. Correct. Now, mas madali unahin yung c actually. So, I'll go with there first. Itong c natin, minultiply natin siya ng denominator na ito, magka-cancel itong dalawa. So, may iwan is c to the s, right? So, cs to. And itong b, it's literally just may extra s na ganito. So, kung ano yung nakuha mo dito, taasin mo lang ng power. So, s squared to. That's gonna be our right side. And our left side is simply 1. Okay. Similar sa visualization technique ko. Ang ginagawa ko lang talaga dito, rotate ko lang ito like this. No? So, to set up our equation, that's gonna be, a, 0, 4a. And then for this one, we start with b. And then 0 na yung iba. And then yung c natin dito, nasa gitna siya. Hindi siya s squared. So, c dito, and then 0. And then yung right side of the equation is, well, wala tayong s squared, and wala rin tayong s. So, 0 muna itong dalawa. Ang may iwan na lang is 1. No? Okay. Well, actually, you see natin, solved na siya. It's just 0. So, tanggalin na natin siya. 4a, 1. So, yung a natin is 1/4. And yung a and b natin ay complementary. So, this is gonna be minus 1 over 4. Sige nga, linisan natin ng konti. So, this is minus 1 over 4 s squared plus 4. Kung wala tayo nakuhang shift dito, pwede mo naman isipin na e to the 0 siya, di ba? So, kunin na natin yung inverse transform nito. That should give us, ito constant lang yan, di ba? So, that's 1 over 4. This one is the constant minus 1 over 4. Ito, cosine lang yan. Yung e to the 0, 1 lang yan. So, tanggalin mo na yun. That should give us cosine. And this one, don't forget na isa square root mo to, cosine 2t. And don't forget, may unit step tayo dito. Okay. Hindi ito yung final answer. Wag natin makalimutan na in-ignore lang natin itong minus 2s kanina. So, ano sinasabi nitong minus 2 na ito? It's simply saying na lahat ng t natin, we need to replace as t minus 2. So, we're shifting everything by 2 seconds. So, ang totoong final answer talaga natin is, hanapin mo lahat ng may t dito, tapos palitan mo siya ng ganito. So, this cosine 2, ito t minus 2. Sige, lagyan natin extra parenthesis para clear. And then u, itong t, gawin mong ganito. At ito yung totoong final answer natin. So, that's our procedure for this type of problem. Okay, for the practical applications of our Laplace tools is definitely filter design. Dito talaga yung strengths niya. No? Now, ang gagawin natin dito is V out over V in. So, that's a transfer function, which means no initial conditions. And the way I usually start these problems is simplifying the nakakalitong impedances. So, isum natin yung R1 and 1 over SC1. Makukuha dapat natin should be C1 R1S plus 1 and isang SC1 dito sa baba. No? Mag-nodal tayo dito for the two currents flowing through here. So, nodal. This should give us the admittance SC1 over 1 plus SC1 R1. Negative VI and actually, diretso ko na. V out over R2. Yan yung current sa right side. No. Now, simplifying this, we should get the voltage gain, V over VI, minus R2C1 dito sa labas. May S dito. And itong pole natin sa baba, 1 plus S. Sabay ko na siya sa form na to. Ayan. Ito yung cutoff frequency natin. And given na siya as 100 Hz, no? So, wala. Ano lang natin. Shift solve, no? It should equal 100 Hz, no? That should be 2 pi times 100 Hz. And yung C1 natin is 100 nanofarads. So, that should mean na yung R1 natin is equal to 16 kilo ohms, no? So, that's one component now. Next na isa-solve natin is R2. We are dealing with a high-pass filter here. So, hindi natin i-consider to. We're going to consider the limit as the frequency approaches infinity. And I'd say the fastest way to do that is just set S to infinity like this. Kapag ganito lang yung expression natin. Power of 1, power of 1. So, coefficients na ang may iwan dito, no? Kapag nag-infinity na sila parehas. That should give us P over BI equals 2 minus R2C1 and lagyan natin ito sa taas. That is C1 R1. So, magka-cancel itong dalawa and ang high frequency gain natin is this expression here. No? Kunin natin yung absolute value niya. That's just R2 over R1. Yun yung magnitude niya. And sinasabi na dapat ang high frequency gain natin is 10 volts per volt. Ayan. Lagay mo lang yung 16K dito. Lagay mo lang siya dito. And, madali na lang ito i-solve, no? Yung R2 natin is just times 10. So, R2 is equal to 160K. Ayan, so meron na tayo dito 2 values. Nice. Given na ito kanina, no, na mag-100 Hz to. So, this guy here, yung cutoff natin is 100 Hz. And ang high frequency gain natin is 10. That is basically, ano nga ba yan? 20 log of 10. So, magka-cancel itong dalawa. That is simply 20 dB, no? 20 dB to. So, ito yung parang flat line ng ating high-pass graph. And I'd say that's enough information, no? Let's plot the magnitude. So, sabihin natin, meron tayo ditong scale. AV/dB. Then, meron tayo dito frequency. Kasi F ang hawak natin. So, sa 20 dB siya magiging flat line. This is gonna be 20 dB. And then, magka-cut off siya at 100 Hz. So, ibabagsak natin siya ng pag-ano. Ayun. So, this is a rise of 20 dB per decade. Yeah. This is equal to, sabi natin, 100 Hz. Ayan. Now, ito, since 20 dB per decade dito, tas galing tayo 20 dB, so kung dumaan tayo na isang decade, this should just be 10. Diba? May sense naman. Okay, kunin natin yung phase. Pwede, no? Kunin natin yung phase plot. Which I think this one is a lot more trickier. Sige, paano natin to dadaanin? Meron tayo dito negative sign, so that already implies na nag-rotate tayo ng 180 degrees. And then meron pa tayo dito isang 0. So gusto niya iangat yung 180 degrees natin by an extra 90. So this should be about 270 degrees, no? And then after that, meron tayo dito isang pole. So gusto niya bawasin yung graph natin ng 90 degrees. But gagana lang siya only after lumagpas tayo ng 100 Hz. So basically, sinasabi niya, nagsa-start tayo sa 270 and then eventually, babagsak siya ng 90. So 270 minus 90 is 180. No? Okay, so plot nga natin siya ng ganun. We have here 270 degrees like this. Ayan. And then eventually, it will cap out. Dahil sa pole na to, gusto niya mabawasan ng 90. So 180. 180 degrees. Lagay ko na lang siya dito. Ayan. So as frequency increases. And then, i-connect mo lang yung dalawang dots. Kapangit ang drawing ko, guys. Sorry. Ayan. And, sabi natin, okay. Ito, kung ang cutoff frequency natin is nasa 100 Hz, for the theta, that's only the middle point. Okay. Middle point lang siya. At ang totoong start talaga niya is at 10 Hz. And mag-e-end siya at 1k Hz. So, ito yung magnitude and ito yung phase plot ng ating function dito. Lagyan ko nga ng extra dots to. Ayan. So, ito yung mga nasolve natin na values. And ito yung plots. Okay, yung second item natin dito, gagamit na ng low pass na filter. Okay. Same lang naman yung approach, no? No initial conditions for a transfer ng input to out. And I will start by simplifying this first. So, tanggalin ko lang itong dalawa. 1 over SC2 parallel sa R4 will simplify to an impedance na R4 over C2 R4S plus 1. Okay, yan yung parallel combination ng dalawa na yun. And we can do nodal at this node again for the two currents flowing here. So, nodal. We should get, ano nga ba yan? Meron tayo ditong admittance na C2 R4S plus 1 over R4 V out na negative. And then meron tayo ditong negative VI over R3. This is all equal to 0. Okay, so lipat natin ito sa right side tapos i-flip natin ito, no? Makukuha natin should be V out over V in. Yung voltage gain natin is equal to negative R4 over R3 times 1 over itong nasa taas. 1 plus S, ididiretso ko na siya ng ganito. C2R4. Ayan. Okay, so itong part na ito, same ulit. That's our corner frequency. And it should be equal to 100 kilohertz this time. So, mas malayo na siya sa frequency ng graph natin. So, solve lang natin siya. 1 over C2R4 must equal 2 pi F. F na 100 kilohertz. And ang C2 natin dito is a 100 nanofarad capacitor. So this should imply na yung R4 natin is equal to 16 ohms. Medyo maliit lang, no? Okay. Next is, since this is a low pass, no? We are considering the lower frequencies. Pwede mo na actually gamitin ito as your DC gain, no? Similar sa 1K1. Or another one is, instead of having the limit approaching infinity, you have the limit approach 0. No? So, may iwan na lang is itong term na to. So, that means na yung gain natin, mag-approach siya ng negative R4 over R3. And we are only interested in the magnitude. So, that is R4 over R3. This is our low frequency gain. No? And this must equal to 10 volts per volt. So, meron na tayo dito value ng R4, no? So, plug in mo lang to as 16. And this should imply na yung R3 natin is 1/10 ng R4. So, R3 here is going to be equal to 1.6 ohms. Okay, now, given na sa atin yung mga stuff like the corner frequency, this is 100 kilohertz. And yung gain natin dito is 10 volts per volt. So, ano yan in dB? 20 log 10. So, cancel. 20 dB, no? 20 dB lang yan. So, medyo same lang siya sa high pass, no? But this time, since it's a low pass, kailangan 20 dB muna siya, tapos babagsak siya after the corner frequency. So, kunin na natin ang kanyang magnitude response. Or sige, lagay ko na siya dito. Ayan. And then, frequencies are increasing. We have here 20 dB, no? So, 20 dB. AB dB. Ayan. This is gonna start like this kasi low pass nga siya. Ayan. And then, once umabot tayo ng 100 kilohertz, which is this guy, 100 kilohertz, babagsak na siya ng negative 20 dB per decade. No? Ayan. So, this is minus 20 dB per decade. And kung nag-start tayo sa 20 and minus 20 dB per decade, so, kung dumaan tayo na isang decade or 1,000K or 1M, dyan siya mag-unity gain. No? Ayan. So, that is our magnitude. No? Yung next naman na gusto natin hanapin is yung phase. So, balik tayo sa original expression natin. Medyo same tricks lang, no? May negative sign tayo dito, so nag-rotate yung angle natin by 180 degrees. So, may 180 tayo kaagad. And, well, ito, angle 0 lang to, no? It's this guy. Meron tayo ditong pole. And the pole, gusto niya bawasin yung 180 natin ng 90. It will only do that once na lumagpas ka na sa, or once na nag-activate na yung decrease natin, no? So, eventually, mababawas na rin siya ng 90 degrees. So, ang final natin dito is going to be 90, no? Kasi 180 minus 90 is 90. So, plot nga natin yun. Ayan. For increasing frequencies of F, meron tayo ditong theta response. Nag-start tayo sa 180 degrees. Okay, and eventually, because of this pole, gusto niya bawasan to ng 90. So, magiging 90 na lang to eventually. Lagay ko na lang siya dito. And, ayan, connect the dots na lang. Ang pangit talaga ng drawing ko sa ganitong part. Okay. Taysin nyo na lang yan. Okay. And, kung ang cutoff natin dito was 100K, that's only the mid part ng theta. Middle part lang siya ng theta. So, 100K ito. Ang totoong start talaga niya is divide by 10 of this. So, that is 10K. And then, ito, 1,000K. Ayan. Yeah, that's basically it. So, ito yung magnitude and ito yung phase response natin for our function. And ito yung mga design values natin. R4, 16, and R3, 1.6. That's for this item here. Okay, so it is not a triple exam without the problems cascading over one another, right? Given na yung two computations natin earlier, kailangan natin i-plot yung magnitude and phase kapag pinagdikit na natin yung circuit ng pagganito, no? So, ano yung approach dito? Kailangan ba natin i-recompute? Sayang lang yung time natin kung ganun, no? Actually, yung V out to V in mo here and V out to V in mo here, pwede mo lang i-multiply yung dalawang gains. So, yung gain here and gain here will give you a new gain, no? That's your overall gain. And actually, yun lang talaga gagawin natin. Ano nga ba sinabi natin nung high pass? High pass to, no? Kasi ang higher frequencies nandito. We have a gain of 10 or 20 dB. So, ito, 10 to. 10 yung gain niya. Yung sa low pass natin, kasi low frequencies to, meron tayo ditong gain of 10, right? So, 10 na ganito. Ayan, so multiply mo lang. 10 times 10 is gonna give you 100. pwede rin na since 20 dB ito, tas 20 dB ito, that should give you a 40 dB. Ito yung passband gain natin. So, dapat yung nasa gitna ng band natin, to top off siya to 40 decibels. Okay, so, paano natin siya i-graph? We usually just pay attention to the cutoff frequencies for magnitude. So, we have here 100 Hz, and here we have 100 kHz. And for the, start muna. Wait lang. And for frequencies of F, meron tayo ditong, ayan, ito yung high pass natin, no? Yup. High pass natin that will top off at, ilan to? 100 Hz. 100 Hz, ayan. And then yung low pass natin, pag gawin ko ngayon kulay, gawin ko na siya orange. Ayan. It's gonna go down at 100 kHz. So this is gonna be 100K, right? Okay, and then after that, meron tayo ditong mid-band or passband. Ayan. And kinalculate natin siya as 40 dB, yung summation nilang dalawa. So this is gonna be 40 dB. That is our AVDB for this magnitude plot, no? Okay, yung slopes natin dito, they remain the same. This is gonna be 20 dB per decade. Thus, ito, minus 20 dB per decade. So, ano yung imply niya? Kailan yung unity gain natin? 40 dB ito. So, go down 10. Makukuha natin is 20 dB pa lang. Go down another 10. So, at 1. Sakto at 1 Hertz. Nag-unity gain na tayo. And then, here naman, 100K ito. Yung 1M natin nandito. Then, this is gonna be about 10M, no? 10M yan. Hindi ko ma-draw na maayos. Okay, yan. 10M. Okay, so yan yung magnitude natin. Paano naman yung phase? I'd say this one might be easier, probably. So, kunin natin yung... Well, sige, start muna tayo dito. Ito yung phases natin. Nag-start siya at 270 degrees. No? Nung wala pa masyado gumagalaw, ito yung mga gumagalaw, no? Ng graph natin. Nung wala pa gumagalaw, 270 degrees na to, naturally. And this one is 180 degrees. So, ipagsama mo silang dalawa. 180 plus 270 is about 450. Tama naman math ko, no? Sana. Kung binawasan natin to ng 360, this should give us 90 degrees, right? Okay. So, basically, when nothing has changed, the graph starts at 90 degrees. So, yun yung magiging theta natin. Right, kung nag-graph ko lang ito na maayos. For increasing frequencies, we have here a theta plot. And sinabi natin na mag-start siya at 90 degrees. We start muna at the high pass kasi maliit lang yung value sa frequency niya. 1 to 10K. Tapos dito naman from 10K to 1K. Sorry, 1K lang pala ito. Okay, from here, 10 to 1K, no? Sabi natin na mag-start siya at 90 degrees. No, yun yung rotation na dinaanan natin kanina. Then, flatline siya for this. Okay. Yung graph na ito, from 270 to 180, gusto niya bawasin yung angle ng 90 degrees. So, eventually, itong 90 degrees na ito, babagsak siya to 0, right? Babagsak siya to 0. So, gawan lang natin siya ng flatline na pag ganun. I think masyado to steep. Wait lang. Kung nadadrawing ko siya na maayos. Ayan. Now, ang cutoff natin dito was 100 Hz, no? That's only the midpoint for theta. Ang totoong end talaga niya is times 10, which is 1K. And ang starting point niya is 10 Hz. Ayan. Next stop is yung sa low pass natin. Ayan, low pass. Same deal, no? From 180, binawasan niya siya ng extra 90 degrees. So, we're gonna push down the graph 90 degrees ulit. Kailan siya mag-start? At 10K. So, may 10K tayo dito. Kailan siya titigil? Until 1,000K. So, So, may 100K tayo dito, tapos may 1,000K tayo dito. Or sige, 1M. Ayan. So, magbabawas tayo ng extra 90 degrees dito. Kung maayos si graph ko. Ayan. And, ito na yung final limit niya, no? From 90 to 0, and from 0, drop down to minus 90 degrees. Ayan. And, for completion na lang, same color na lang to. Okay. So, there's a period of time wherein your function is in phase, no? And may time na 90 degrees siya, tapos may time na minus 90 siya. Okay. So, that's gonna be our magnitude response for this. And this is gonna be our phase response for this cascaded na circuit problem.